Hello and welcome to this post-match analysis at the Red Sports. I have with me Nishant Arora. Hi Nishant, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good. So yet
What a fantastic
another,
win for India. What a fantastic
yeah,
win by India. And,
uh,
I think since India, lost those two games against South Africa, after that, they have somehow got the momentum in the T20 games.
yep.
And they have been, winning non-stop after that. I think they won two games in India, then two in Ireland, and these two. And these two are special, Abhijit, knowing fully well that
Yeah.
beating England in white ball cricket is no joke.
It's not easy. Yeah,
It's not easy. It's not easy.
we
So
have done it
Hello, everybody.
all year.
This is the post-match show, and Nishant and Abhijit, thank you so much for not only joining but also starting the show. And we are absolutely delighted, aren't we? This is such a comprehensive win by Team India yet again to clinch this T20I series against England in England. We'll start straight away with Nishant. Nishant, first of all, before I ask you to, place your comments about this match, can you just tell us कि प्रेडिक्शन अपनी तरफ और आपका वो टी ट्वेंटी में वो भुवनेश्वर कुमार का बटलर को गोल्डन टक पे आउट करने वाला प्रेडिक्शन, पहले तो आप उस पे गौर फरमाइए, उस पे आपकी विशेष टिप्पणी हमें चाहिए.
मैडम
एंड
आज
वी
भी
हैव
वही हुआ
जॉयदीप
है.
मुखर्जी as well.
मैडम आज भी
Please,
वही
if we
हुआ
can
है.
just have, yes, please, if
आज
you
भी
could
वही हुआ
enlighten
है.
us with that.
See, it's very simple. Butler is a very, very aggressive player, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar is in the form of his life. So, keeping in mind the kind of form he has, there will be something for a swing bowler always with a new ball in English conditions. And it was a calculated risk, knowing fully well that Butler will like to make the most of the first 6 overs power play, and that's when Bhuvneshwar will be also at his best. And Bhuvneshwar is a very dangerous bowler when his ball starts seaming both ways, and that is what is happening. And that's when the batsman is guessing. वो जो हम उस दिन बात कर रहे थे ना कि टप्पा पड़ने के बाद कहाँ जाएगा, वो अभी थोड़ा भुवनेश्वर कुमार का किसी किसी को समझ नहीं आ रहा. So if Butler tries to defend him, then also he is in trouble. If he tries to attack him, then also Bhuvneshwar has a good chance. आप बॉलर को चार चौके मार लो, लेकिन बैट्समैन के पास तो सिर्फ एक ही चांस है. एक
बिल्कुल.
खराब शॉट,
Bowlers,
कहानी खत्म. कहानी खत्म.
bowlers always have last laugh.
यस. तो मैं बड़ा खुश हूं. वो मेरा कैलकुलेटेड जो एकदम वो था, दो मैचों में देखो. और मैं आपको ये भी बता रहा हूं, वी हैव वन बोथ द गेम्स बिकॉज वी गॉट बटलर अर्ली. That
Yes.
exposes English batting order very badly. It just shows that how much they depend on Butler right now.
यहाँ पे if the batters do have one chance and if they miss. But Nishant, hats off to you. You got that one chance and you hit that for the sixer. And Joyda, we have you. Joyda, please give us your valuable thoughts on this very, very comprehensive victory by Team India to completely seal this T20I series. Joyda, do we have you? He's facing network issues. He's at the ground. So, Abhijit, if you could give us your thoughts on this very comprehensive victory by Team India.
Yeah, I think we had a good start by Rohit Sharma and Rishabh Pant, but then we lost what 4 5 wickets in that 40 runs of time. I think we were 49 for 0 and we were 89 for 5. So and in the pre-match show we were talking about this probably could be the the playing 11 at the World Cup. Obviously, when KL Rahul comes, he might replace someone. So we were talking about that. It was surprise to me, and the way everyone got out, trying to hit big shots. It was quite surprising to me. I was not expecting even that happened from the English side as well. Uh, but I think we have to give credit to Ravindra Jadeja, the way he batted and maintained, kept his wicket from one side. I think that created a bit pressure. And one thing good was even though we were you know losing wickets on regular intervals, the run rate wasn't down. The run rate was maintained well. Whoever was coming was giving handy runs. Surya Kumar Yadav put 15, Pandya put 12. Dinesh Karthik 12, Harsha Patel 13. So I think this were small knocks which helped a lot. And I think when we came to the bowling, the first ball itself was showed how the momentum going to be. So credit to Bhuvneshwar Kumar, the way he took his initial wickets, Bumrah, and all the players. I think it's a very comprehensive win. I would say it shows how good this team is. Even if I would not say 171 is 170 is a small score, but it is quite cheesable. But to defend and win by almost 50 runs is a massive victory, and just shows how strong this 11 could be. Everyone is involved.
Joanna, do we have you again with us? Joanna, do we have you with us?
I can hear, yeah, I can hear you all properly because the noise is deafening. But can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can join.
Okay.
Yes, we can
So,
hear you. Yeah.
Nishant, good to see you in the first show, as
Good,
always.
good to see you, Dada. Good to see
But
you.
the atmosphere in the ground was electric, and after the Test match loss, I think everybody enjoyed this one. But having said that, I would expect England to chase this game. They'll be very disappointed with the batting performance because the runs that India got were just about par. I don't think the bowlers did well. Belter of a wicket. India were in trouble. Four down for 90 odd. They got a really good start, which is why they could take it easy in the middle and still get to a decent total. But England batting was shambolic. Just in the first ball, we know how Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowls. We know that he swings the ball around. Jason Roy was loose. Everybody was very loose at the top. And they were disappointed with their batting because, the brand of cricket that they play, you have to succumb to the conditions also. So Josh Butler cannot play over here the way he played in the IPL. The conditions are totally different. Today the ball was jogging around. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was moving the ball. There was enough. All the fast bowlers from both the teams did well. That means there was a little bit of movement and juice and something for the fast bowlers in this pitch. And you have to play the conditions. I thought England were too aggressive at the top. If they were a little more circumspect, if they were a little more orthodox, this chase was on. They'll be disappointed with this performance.
And Joanna, if
Joanna,
I
one
can
thing, one thing I need to
okay,
ask
yeah,
you,
sure.
yeah, what happened today? Like, too many wickets. They were, went high in the air. Even we saw, the way Rishabh Pant, Rohit Sharma,
You're talking about the
Virat Kohli,
India innings, yeah, I know.
yeah, and even in the
See,
England innings as
that
well.
is
Even
what
in the England
bothers
innings
me
as well.
because yeah. So when Virat was at his best, he would first come and get off to a flying start. Then he had this unique ability to get 8 runs, 7 runs, and over without getting out. So that's a special ability, and that is what we're missing right now. If we just keep hitting, and if it's our day, we do really well. But today, everybody gave it away. You see Pant, you see Surya, you see Hardik. So it's not often you'll get out of these games. If you're looking at the T20 World Cup, games like this, if you're 90 for 4 or 5 and 10 overs to go, so you're having your number 7 player bat for 10 overs, and then you're not been able to, if in 10 overs instead of 90 for 5, you are 75 for 2, you can get to 200. Yeah, Nishant.
I personally feel, Dada,
Nishant, just speak up a bit because the PC is going. Yeah, just speak up a bit, please.
yeah, I'm saying that the way I have been seeing this Indian batting playing in the last 4 or 5 games, particularly, I think they are trying to experiment something, and that experiment is that come what may, they will not slow down the pace of the innings. So every batsman who's coming after the other, there's a pattern in it. I'm not saying whether it will be successful or not, but the criticism in the Dubai World Cup against India was that they don't have the intent. They don't have the 2020 intent, and that's what was missing. So I think now what they are trying to do here is, even if you see the other day, Deepak Huda hits 2 sixes and still he keeps hitting those. So I think that's the new method. The method is that if you even if you get 20, 30 runs, if top five batters, all of them contribute, even if they contribute 20, 30, they should come at certain pace. I think that is what we are seeing here.
Yeah, Nishad, I understand that bit, but it's not often good teams when you're 92 for 5, they'll let you get to 170.
Yeah,
Number one.
I
So
agree.
somewhere you have to, you can keep going, but there has to be one tipping point where you feel that okay, we need to slow it because you don't want your number seven, number eight, number nine to bat 8 overs.
Hmm.
You want your
No, I
batters
completely
to
agree
bat
with you.
till the 50, 16, 17th over. Even today, Dinesh Karthik came, and this is now the role he's been given. So he came in the 11th over at number seven,
No,
and
I
it's because
I
Jadeja
completely
played so well.
agree with you.
Yeah, Nishant, I see your point, and I know you made a very good point. You've seen it as it comes, but I don't completely
Hmm.
agree with this. On a game like today, we're 25, 30 runs short on this deck.
No,
It's
I am
another
I am
matter that
I
England batted even badly, and we won the game. Yeah, I agree.
no I am
We're on the same
I
page,
am
brother.
I'm saying that I don't agree or disagree with it, but I'm saying this is the strategy at this moment. Whether
Yes,
it will
yes.
work,
No,
whether it will work,
I
I
agree
think
on
they will
this.
find a method in this madness.
Yeah, I know. And what they say is that if you play like this, out of 10, you lose three, but you win seven. And
Yeah.
I understand, it's the Baz ball, it's the Bender McKenna way as well. Now, they could have lost their test match in the fifth day. And if they play like that, they'll lose a couple of test matches, but they'll win a lot more and they back themselves. So it's all result oriented, and I agree with it.
Yeah.
But Joyda, do you
Joyda,
think?
yeah,
Sorry,
okay,
but do you
Abhijit.
think England had a good chance to win this match as well? I mean, not often, we will get such opponents where 170 is chaseable. Uh,
Yeah,
do you think this target could have been chased?
absolutely. I'm very disappointed with Indian batting because I'm here to watch a good game of cricket above all. We want India to win and all that is there. And the cricket that we expect from England, the cricket that we expected to see from the white ball cricket in England, we didn't see that. And this chase was on. I mean, they've been mightily disappointed. See, they had a bad day the other day. We spoke about that in the pre-show. Today was not a bad day. Today was everything gungo, and they just threw it away. I thought they went too hard, too fast. Because when their seamers got 7 wickets, and you know that there is a bit of juice in the pitch, debutant got 3 wickets. So when you know that the fast bowlers have been in it, when you want to give Bhuvaneshwar Kumar in England a bit of respect, you have to give it to him. He deserves it. And they succumbed first ball to Jason Roy did 2 slips, and after that, nobody really played out that spell because they were in 10 overs they were 7 down. How are you going to win a T20 game if you're 7 down in 10 overs? So you cannot play the way you cannot. That's what makes this game so intriguing. You cannot play every game the same way. There are conditions that change. There are bowlers that make you change. That's the reason why so much comes in it. I mean, we discussed, and that's the reason why pre-shows and post-shows. Otherwise, there'd be one template for everything, but it's not. Like Nishant rightly said, you can go about it. But somewhere, the coach, the senior player said, dude, hang on a minute. Let's think of a plan B for a bit and then we can go back to plan A.
Yeah. But
Yeah, Nishant, please.
I think both the teams had a similar strategy, even England. And I think that's the brand of cricket England plays in
Yeah.
shorter format. They just never let the run rate drop down. Like once they have got the momentum, they sustain it all through the innings. And in
True,
that process, if they lose these games, they lose it. Like Dada
true.
said that out of 10, you may lose three playing like this, but you will win seven. So I think Indians have been little late to join this party or this kind of cricket, but they are here. And I'm sure at some stage they will also, with Virat's coming back in form at some stage, he will become the mainstay of the innings. Like if you lose the first wicket, then he will be there playing that, getting those 50 runs in 30 balls or 35 balls, and others will keep coming around him and hitting the ball.
Nishant,
I think that will be his role.
Nishant, they need Virat to be in form because he's the guy who can milk you for 8, 9 runs and over without taking any chances. The way
without breaking a
the
sweat.
rest of
Yeah,
the
that's right.
batters bat, they all take chances. If you look at Rohit, you look at Surya, you look at Pant, you look at Hardik, there is an element of risk in their batting. But they look, because they're so good, they come out more often than not. Lot more often than not. But somebody like a Virat can get 8, 9 runs in over. Virat at his best without taking any risks. Why is he special? For a reason. And that's the reason why he's special. So for him to come back to form is the most important thing for us. Then he is the one guy at one end getting you 7, 8, 9 and over, milking it around, and then you have the big hitter on the other side, and then that's a combination you want in the middle.
Yeah.
One thing, Joy, I just like to ask you on this. Let's say, I mean, this is the buzz going around as well. Like, if Virat doesn't come in the form before T20 World Cup, so would you have him in the World Cup? I think to me he'll be there, but I just like to know your opinion. Without form also, I'll take him to the World Cup. What's your opinion on that?
No, you have to go with Virat. I don't think anybody's taken his place yet. Come at the man. You have to take him. And I would want Virat to play every T20 game from now on till the T20 World Cup so that he finds his form. He sort of forces. See, there's no question about his quality, and I'm a huge admirer of his because of the innings he's played, and I've seen them. And having played the game, I know how difficult it was for everybody else, and he's single-handedly won you games which India were losing. And so I feel that even if he's not at his 100%, even if he's at his 75, 80%, India need him. And India need him on the field. They need his aggression. They need him on the ground. He's a big player. And whenever Virat Kohli is on the ground, no opponent takes him lightly. They know what he's capable of. And he's too good a player. It's just a matter of time. I think when he hits the purple patch, he'll be there for long. And I hope it's sooner than later.
Joyda, you have been, very nicely elaborating that, England were not very good with their batting today. But let's have you talk a bit about India's batting as well, because India were having a great start, but after Rohit Sharma got dismissed, we saw in the seventh over there was that double wicket maiden from Richard Greaves. Kohli and Pant got dismissed, and again there were Surya Kumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya getting dismissed. So there were a flurry of wickets. So would you say that Team India were at least 20 runs short from what they should have posted?
Absolutely. I said that a little while earlier. Because of the wickets they lost in a cluster. They lost 4 or 5 in a cluster. And it's because they got off to that really good start, which is why in the middle they could really play slowly and still get to a respectable total. Jadeja played really well. Everybody hung around with him. But I think this game was even Steven at the break point. India would be saying, "We've got a total to fight with. We have a winning total. We have a total we can fight with." Ultimately, it became a winning total. They won by a massive 49 runs. That is a different question. But this was a par total, and I think Indian batting needs to get better than this going forward. Not every day England are going to have off days, and if you want to win a trophy, you've got to be good for 3 weeks. So I think they can get a lot better with the batting. The Indian bowling was superb, fielding was superb. I think it was a flat wicket with a little bit of ping for the fast bowlers, but that apart, nothing with the Chahal, my favorite, was outstanding. Step out, just ball slow in the air, tossed it up. Just a magician with the ball. So good to see.
Nishant,
Uh,
yeah,
Coming
yeah,
back to the
Nishant.
point, I was reading a very, very interesting stat just now. Uh,
Yeah.
Post T20 World Cup, India's power play run rate is the highest in world cricket right now. It is 8.82.
8.35.
Yeah, so the message is loud and clear now. And the message is
Yes.
that a team will expect a 15 ball 30 from you, not a 40 ball 50.
Yeah. 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 That's excellent. But you get a you get a 15 ball 30. Next game coming gets a 15 ball 30. Next year 15 ball 30. So you play 45 balls, but it's a 120 ball game. So if
Yeah.
you're losing wickets here, then you got to take a rain check. If you're not losing wickets here, you can make a 15 ball 45 also. So the moment you lose wickets, and it won't happen in every game, it'll happen in some games where you lose wickets. So when you lose wickets, at some point you take a rain check. If it's going Congo, it's fine, no problem, keep going, party's on. But
I
when
think
there is an issue, when there is an issue with wickets, today they bailed away. They bowled 6 overs. terribly to Ravindra Jadeja at the end. We got to 170. I was thinking 150, which probably would have been enough. But you never know. 150, the opponents then come and approach it a different way. 170 approach it a different way.
Yeah. But I
Yes,
personally,
Nishant.
I personally feel that in the T20 World Cup in Dubai, we saw Indian team playing a different brand of cricket, and that was like have wickets in hand, take the match till the 15th over, and then attack in those last 5 6 overs and reach your target. But I think now their strategy is that play 20 overs like slog overs and keep attacking the ball. And that's what most of the successful T20 teams are doing in the world right now. I'm not saying it's the strategy. I'm not saying this is a strategy that will work. But I think at some stage, they will find a balance in it. That what they were doing in
Yeah.
Dubai was here and what they are doing now is here. So they will find a middle ground somewhere, whether one player becomes the anchor, but other players keep playing the way they are playing right now. I think that will happen at some stage. Right now, they are just trying to find this new landscape in 2020 cricket, this new method of constructing your 2020 innings.
And somebody
Yeah.
else also has to be designated to be played. Somebody here will also be designated to play the longer innings. Somebody will be told to,
Yeah.
hang around. Not everybody can play at 100% race because that's not good for the team. Somebody has to play second field, whoever the guy is. It could be his day. Surya is going really well. Hardik does it. If Hardik is playing really well, Dinesh does it. That's the way the game goes. Because when you take risks from both ends, then you can lose wickets from both ends, which never help.
But
There
I
Joy,
has
think
to
in
be a
in
little
in
bit
one
of, one guy has to let his.
in one of
Joyda,
the
in
in
this,
one of the
I
post
think,
match in one of the post match shows I remember, and I was very happy to see that happening today. I had said that we were discussing that what would be your T20 team. I said, why don't we ask Rishabh Pant to open? And that has happened today. So
Superb.
Rohit and Rishabh opening. It's a superb combination. Like you cannot have asked like that gives place for Dinesh Karthik also. It's if they click, they will be unbeatable. Like that's the best combination India can ask for. Trust me.
So Rishabh hasn't got off to a huge start today, but I feel he's the guy who can be game changing. He can be a Tendulkar in the one days, Ganguly in the one days back in the day. This can be a game changing move. And I remember Nishan talking about it because in the middle he's getting a little bit, in two minds how to play. Do I go too early? Am I the finisher? Am I the one who hangs around? He bats for 6 overs. It could be game over for the opponents. So I would love to see
Yeah.
him, and I agree. This is a great move.
And
Hasn't come off
and
today.
Rishabh is
Give him 10 games. Give him 10 games. Give him 10 games, and then take call.
Rishabh is
Joyda,
also that
just,
Rishabh is also Abhijit. One second. I'm so sorry. I'm
yeah,
cutting you off again. I think Rishabh is also one of those cricketers who needs uncluttered slate, who needs a very uncluttered mind. You
Yeah,
cannot give him 3 4 options. For him, cricket is very simple. See the ball, hit the ball. And if you will keep the team situation for him close to that, it will bring the best out of him. That is what I feel. So sending him up the order gives a very clear message to Rishabh Pant's mind. Boss, if there is a ball to hit, hit. Don't think about we are 50 for 4. Don't think about we are 100
true.
for 1. Leave those situations aside. Your job is to see the ball, hit the ball. Simple. And he gets test
uh,
fields. Only 2 fielders
Abhijit,
outside.
please.
Abhijit, your turn.
yeah, Joyda,
True.
just like to ask, if we are not getting into a comfortable position for the opening batsman, do you think, or any other batsman, do you think Shikhar Dhawan would also be a candidate for the upcoming World Cup as well? Because I've checked his stats; he has done brilliantly in Australia as well. And I think, as you say, he's a banker. Do you think he should be given some opportunities in the upcoming T20s as well? I mean, not
Yeah,
obviously
I
in
think
England.
so because yeah, I think so because he's done well. I think India needs a player like him. India needs a banker.
Yeah,
India needs a David Warner. India needs a Shikhar Dhawan. India needs a 600 run player IPL because you don't get 600 runs every year hitting the ball.
yeah,
There is a
yeah.
method to it. There is a planning to it. There's a process that's followed. Okay, so these guys are very good in the head. They know how to play. They know when to play. They know when to play which shots against which bowler, square boundaries, which way is the breeze blowing. Shall I hit with the wind against the wind? So things like that, they did really, really well. So, going forward, you never know. There's a lot of cricket to be played between now and the World Cup, and it could well be. I'm happy to see him there.
Yeah, I think
I love the
T20 is
guy
a
the way
short
he plays
format. I think
because
T20
he,
is again is a shorter format. I think you
no,
cannot take the age out of that one. And
no,
while
no,
we
you
were
can't.
having
And I
this
don't.
discussion, yeah,
Yeah,
I saw his stats at the six T20s last India played
and I
at
don't.
Australia. I
And I
think
don't mind a
he was one
guy.
of the top.
And I don't. Yeah, I don't mind a guy who's. Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind. See, he's fit as a fiddle. Look, he's fitter than most of the players who are half his age. Number one, he takes pride in his fitness. Nishan knows it that better. How much time he spends in the gym and everything else. So I don't mind a guy who's 135 strike rate, opens the batting, and averages 30, 32, 33. That just tells me this is the guy who'll stay with you. And then we have the rest of the guys at the other end. And when he stays for 12, 13 overs and the other guys are with him, where that can take us.
Abhijit, but I think that the problem with getting Shikhar in is that if you look at the current Indian batting combination, if you have like going by it, you will have Rohit and I think Rohit and Rishabh will open. I feel that.
Yep, yep,
I
yep.
personally feel. If Rohit and Rishabh open, then you have two openers waiting in the wings, Ishan Kishan
Mm,
and KL Rahul. You cannot ask
mm.
Ishan Kishan to bat down the order. Even KL Rahul in the middle overs in 2020, I don't think works. So in that case, so Shikhar is your fifth opener in 2020 right now. If you look at the seedings,
I'll
he
play.
will be number.
If I were, if it was my choice, I'll play. I'll play. I'll play a Shikhar Dhawan ahead of Ishan Kishan. I think he's far more consistent.
Yep.
Yeah,
Only guy who'll
that's
come
true.
before him is KL Rahul for me.
Yeah,
But again,
that's
Ishan
fair.
Kishan
That's
is
true.
not a finished product yet.
Yeah,
Ishan Kishan hasn't stamped his place in the team as yet. But KL Rahul and Shikhar they have. And my problem, the only reason I go for Ishan Kishan is because of the brand of cricket he plays. He gives me a little more stability with his batting. And sometimes in those big grounds in Australia, you need a bit of stability also because you
yeah.
will not be 6 overs, 16 every game. To the big boundaries, so you have to run around a lot. You need a method to it. And I think he's very smart in the head about how he goes about it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Nishant, if I can
All right,
ask you to
Damini, all
please
yours. We're coming to an
compare the
end. Yeah.
yes, but just one last question before we wrap up this session. Nishant, if you could just compare the bowling performances of England and India today, because definitely it was a tough batting pitch. We would see even we had the commentators saying this, but from England, apart from Gleeson, who debuted, none of the bowlers looked that effective. Yes, there was Jordan, but India, you had the entire bowling unit, in your words, hounding and attacking impacts the English batters. Your thoughts?
I think the difference has been Bhuvnesh Kumar and Jasprit Bumrah up front. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is a more English bowler than you can find in England. It looks like that he was born to bowl in England. But that is something to do with Meerut ka pani. Like earlier you had Praveen Kumar
Nishant,
and now
great
it is.
call because I met Chris Wokes. Nishant, great call because I met Chris Wokes. I'm at the chairman's box and I met Chris Wokes here. And I was telling him that this guy is cut from the same cloth as you because Chris Wokes also is injured at the moment. So he was watching the game with him and I said, this guy's cut from the same cloth and he's as English a bowler as you'll get. And he agreed with me.
Yeah. So he's so and वो थोड़ा मेरठ का पानी है पहले प्रवीण कुमार भी ऐसे ऐसे now भुवनेश्वर कुमार ऐसे ऐसे so that is something to do with border of Meerut. Uh, and I think after that, the variety India has, I think this English batting bowling is missing Adil Rashid. Adil will bring that much needed control in the middle overs, which they don't have right now. On the other hand, Indian spin bowlers are far more experienced. You look at UG Chahal, you look at Akshar Patel, they have far more experience than the current English spinners. So I think that's the difference. But
Jadeja also.
you know, Jadeja also. But one thing we must not forget, and we are not talking enough about this on the show, is Bhuvneshwar Kumar and the way. If you asked me 1 year back, if you had gone to any cricket pundit and said that Bhuvneshwar Kumar would be a lead bowler in the Australia T20 World Cup, you would have laughed. And a lot of people were saying, it's like अब तो खत्म है बात ठीक है I think his time is done he has played like वो एक होता है ना प्लेयर को रिस्पेक्ट, जब जब आपकी बातचीत में प्लेयर को रिस्पेक्ट देने शुरू कर दो ना, समझ जाओ उसका टाइम थोड़ा ओवर हो रहा है. नो नो, ही हैज डन वेल फॉर द कंट्री, ठीक है, अभी time has to move on, but the way he has,
No, I think
his best has come.
yeah, that happened, Nishant, with his fortunes with the captaincy. I think when Virat was there, you see, when you're a captain, as you well know, you were with the team, as a captain, and this is in a good way. Every captain have their go-to people, go-to bowlers. So once the captaincy changed, I think Rohit put his arm around Bobby and said that, dude, I need you. I need you in T20. I need you in the first two and the last two. So once you say that to any player in any capacity, you feel you won half the battle because the confidence
Now
of the captain, the management.
If you look at the current Indian bowling, it looks very settled. Like if all, I wish all of three of them stay fit. Harshal Patel, Jasprit Bumrah, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. All three have this outstanding.
Hardik, Chahal, Jadeja.
I'm just looking at the three fast
bowling.
bowlers. All three of them have the ability to bowl with the
Hardik
new
also
ball.
fast bowler, so 4.
Yeah. All three of them have the ability to bowl with the new ball and with the old ball. All three of them have the ability to bowl in the power play and in the last 5 overs. All three of them have good swing options and also have good slower ones.
Yeah,
and Yorkers.
Hardik also opened with the bowling. He bowled the third over today. So Hardik is as good a bowler as anybody. And just love the guy. Love the guy on the cricket field. I can watch him field. I can watch him bat. I know he didn't get off today. What a cricketer.
I think अगर अभी किसी players का workload management करना है ना, तो I think India should start looking at the workload management of their fast bowlers. If they think they are their 3 best fast bowlers, time has come.
Doing it. That's why they don't play every game.
Yeah, pick and choose करना शुरू कर देना चाहिए so that all 3 of them are fit and fully available and fresh in Australia.
Joyda, do you think
guys, I
tomorrow
gotta go.
There's the last question. Tomorrow there's the last match. Do you think India will be doing any changes, or they should stick with the same team and go for whitewash?
No, I think there's a plan in place. I think there will be rotation, but that's not depending on the result. I think again load management with everything else that's going on. I think they want to give some equal number of chances to all the players before they actually go to the World Cup. So I feel they might. No, I don't feel there'll be any changes because we had 3 changes today, and we don't need to have any more changes unless there's an injury which I don't know of.
I think we have lost Damini, so I will take the honors to close this show. Thank you, Abhijit, for joining. Thank you, Joyda, for joining.
Thank you.
And,
we'll see you tomorrow.
See you both tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. And
surely.
Congratulations for another fantastic win for India.
Well done.
Let's hope the good work continues.
Bye. Good night.